Good morning, friends. From Standard 8 English Medium, Unit 4. The name of the unit is Bapin Chaudhry's Lapse of Memory. In this unit, I have explained the part 1 and some of the paragraphs in part 2. So today I am going to continue it. Where did I stop yesterday? Here. Mistake. This is mistake about the Ranchi trip. Bipin Babu didn't recall about that incident happened in Ranchi trip. So that was the thing. And today I am going to start with the next paragraph. So listen it. Just before lunch, he had not taken the lunch. Before that, Bipin Babu decided to ring up Dinesh Mukherjee. What he decided? He wanted to call the Dinesh Mukherjee. So before the lunch, in the afternoon, Bipin Babu decided to call Dinesh Mukherjee and ask about what? Ask about that thing. Which thing happened in Ranchi? So let's see what happened. It was better to settle the question over the phone. So Bipin Babu decided to call Dinesh Mukherjee and he wanted to finish this question over the phone. He doesn't want to talk face to face. So he wanted to call. He wanted to ring him up and settle this question over the phone. Why? Because that was the reason. At least the embarrassment on his face wouldn't show. That was why? Because of the embarrassment, because of this confusion. He was confused. So he wanted to make sure that about the Ranchi trip. So let's see what happened. He dialed the number. See. 23516. Bipin Babu dialed the number. Then he dialed the number. Okay, which number? 23516 and called Dinesh Mukherjee. And say, hello. Is that Dinesh? This is Bipin here. Then when the Dinesh Mukherjee received the phone, Bipin Babu said, what he said, is that Dinesh? In the opposite side, is that Dinesh? Are you Dinesh? This is Bipin here. Well, what's the news? Then saying that, Dinesh, what's the news? Is that anything wrong? Is that anything happened? So, Bipin Babu said, I just wanted to find out if you recall an incident which took place in 1958. So, Bipin Babu wanted to know it, to find out what about the Ranchi trip. If you recalled me that incident which took place in 1958. So, Bipin Babu talked him about the incident happened in 1958. If he recalled the Bipin Babu. Let's see what happened. 58. What incident? Means Dinesh Mukherjee said 1958. What incident? Means what was happened in 1958? Were you in Calcutta right through that year? That's the first thing I have got to know. So he said, were you in Calcutta that year in 1958? Where were you? Were you in Calcutta? That's the fun thing I have got to know. That is the thing only I have know it about. Wait just a minute. Means Dinesh Mukherjee said, wait for a minute. In 1958. Just let me check in my diary. So Dinesh Mukherjee checked his diary whether anything happened in 1958. So he said, wait for a minute. Let me check my diary. So he checked it. For a minute, there was silence. During this 1 minute, they both of make silence, didn't say anything. Bipin Babu could feel that his heartbeat had gone up. He was sweating a little. Now see, while checking the diary, in the opposite side, Bipin Babu felt that his heartbeat is going up. Going further, going up. He was sweating a little because he wanted to know happened in 1958. So he was very curious to listen these things. Okay, now times to telling you about that incident. So Mukherjee said, "Hello, yes, I have got it. I had been out twice." Then said Dinesh Mukherjee, "I had been out twice, 2 times. I had been there." Means Ranchi, Bipin Babu said, "Where?" Where? Dinesh Mukherjee said, "Once in February." The first time he went there in February. Where? The place nearby to Krishnanagar to a nephew's wedding. He went there in February to attend his nephew's wedding at the place. Which place? Krishnanagar. So, and then second time. But you don't know about this one. The trip to Ranchi, you were there too. That's all. But what's all this sleuthing about? Sleuthing about. So, Dinesh said, and then you don't know about this one, this trip about Dinesh Mukherjee. Tell to whom? Told to the Bipin Babu. You didn't know about this incident happened in 1958. You were there. You also attend that. So, why are you investigating about this incident? So, Bipin Babu here now was confused further. Why? Because this Dinesh Mukherjee also said Bipin Babu had been there in Ranchi trip in 1958. So he was now confused. See what happened. "No, I just wanted to. Anyway, thanks." So Bipin Babu said that just inquired about that incident. And telling Dinesh Mukherjee, "Thank you." Bipin Babu slammed the receiver down and gripped his head with his hands. Now he was little bit angry and he put down the receiver. Then what happened? And his head with his hands. Now he was worried, confused a little bit. So what happened then? He felt his head swimming. Now what he felt? His head was unsteady, going in circle. He held his head tightly and his head was swimming. A child seemed to spread over his body. A chill seemed. Chill means cold. Seemed over his body. His body was full of cold. Spread over his body. There were sandwiches in his tiffin box. What he had brought? He had with his tiffin box. In his tiffin box, it's a sandwich. But he didn't eat them. But while listening that incident, and Dinesh Mukherjee said you were there. So this incident about telling by the Dinesh Mukherjee he was very confused and disappointed because he didn't know about that incident, so he didn't eat his tiffin. He had lost his appetite. He had what he had with his tiffin box. In the tiffin box he had sandwiches, but he didn't eat at all. His hunger was gone. He had lost his hunger, appetites, while listening that things. He had been in Ranchi. So, my dear students, this is the explanation of second part. I hope you understand it, this second part. Thank you.